All you homeowners have unique needs. Some feel the need to paint their door a vibrant shade of blue. Others have the need to decorate their bathroom with fish, anchors, and other nautical items. And because each homeowner has unique needs, Geico helps you get the right coverage for your home and what's in it. That way, you get exactly what's right for you, even if your needs are unique. Get more with Geico.
Oops, wrong intro.
Like, where am I?
I'm sorry. Oh, and it's looped. That's great news. So we're going to listen to that song one more time. You know, it's a good song. Hawksley Workman was really digging this when he watched it. So I thought that was pretty fun. I'm here.
I've been having that song on repeat because of you lately.
Really?
So, yeah.
And that is Sara J, who is speaking right now. We're here with you each and every week for the Sunday Evening Jam, but it's been a couple weeks. How have you been?
I've been good. Lots of awesome things going on. How have you been? You went away.
I did. I got my bottom lip is sunburned. I went to Jamaica. I took my Tragically Hip shirt and I wore it to the pool 3 of the 7 days. And not a peep from anybody, even though I saw an Edmonton Oilers hat. I saw several Blue Jays hats. So I was really disappointed with that, with the, fuckers who were not celebrating with me. So if you are in the live stream and you would like to make a comment, you will see that you can do that beside. We will put them on the screen. We will interact with you, talk to you, get your opinions. If you happen to be part of membership, you would have got an email this week with the link that you can join us right in the round table. However, if you didn't get that, shoot us a message and we'll get you back here with us. So there's that. Yeah, I'm a bit jazzed. There's not a ton of news, but the news that there is exciting. Do you want to kick that off?
It is exciting. Where do we want to start? Do you want to talk about PodList 6 first, or do we want to talk about the play?
Oh, let's talk about the play. I'm really excited about that because I bought my ticket this week. I bought it for opening night. Opening night, I got 3rd row center.
Damn.
Yeah. So I figured
ticketing gods were shining on you.
They absolutely were. They absolutely were. If you're in the live chat, did you happen to get a ticket, or are you interested in getting a ticket? That would be cool.
Well, the exciting thing was today, the open casting.
Tell me about this.
You tell me about this. We were just looking it up before we went live here. That's exciting. This is exciting that they haven't even casted anything yet.
No. And we get a list of the people that we can, I don't know if there's a theater equivalent of IMDb or if IMDb has theater stuff in it, but we can start to look up these people, the director, we can look up the choreographer, we can look up the music, we can look up what other books Brian Hill and Ahmed Monica have written. I know they wrote the book for Far From Away. Oh, we've got a guest. Sarah, should we let him in?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, now I got some feedback this week from Jeff Tucker, our good friend Jeff Tucker, and he said when we bring people in, we should try and do a better job of introducing them. So, as host of this shenanigans, I will do my best to do that. This is from the podcast Disocovering Downie, one of the triumvirate of discoverers, is our good friend, Justin St. Louis. Justin, how you doing, my friend?
Hey, what's going on?
We're just hanging out, talking about, have you and Sara J met?
I don't think so.
No,
talk
not
amongst
yet.
yourselves for a moment.
All right. Hey.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Yeah. What's up?
What is going on? This has been one of my favorite things about doing these meetups on Sundays, these Sunday jams, is meeting all sorts of new friends. So,
Yeah. Right on.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool. It's
Yeah.
pretty freaking cool. So we were just talking about the fact that if you happen to be in Toronto today at the Creative School Chrysalis at Toronto Metropolitan University, which is right downtown, you would have had the opportunity to participate in an open casting call. You didn't even need to submit. You could show up and audition for It's a Good Life If You Don't Weaken. And I don't know if it's typical that you would buy tickets before it's even cast, but I guess that is how they do it. I don't know. Do you guys know anything about that?
I'm not sure how the theater process goes.
Yeah.
That is typical, or if there was just so much excitement surrounding this particular project.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. If I had known, I'd be in Toronto today. Right?
I love it.
Those tickets that went on sale, though, were not the general public
Good
on
point.
sale, though.
Good point.
Right.
I don't know when the public on sale is. This was for, what was it? For Tales from the Hip members.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that was, if we're reporting news, that was a bit of a catastrophe, I gotta say. I know Jake doesn't listen to these, even though we're going to release this one as a podcast today, to again give people who don't join us a sense of what we're doing here on Sundays. I thought it was poorly executed. I didn't get my code. I had to get it from Facebook. Some people got it. Some people didn't get it. It just seemed very strange to me because normally they're really good at this stuff. They execute at a high level. Did you guys, I guess you guys didn't get tickets, so you probably didn't experience that.
No, I didn't.
Did you get the email though?
I got the email. I did. I was actually going to post the code because people were like asking about it, but then I thought somebody had, taken care of business. So, but yeah, there were other people that had the same issue. So it's interesting that some people got codes and some didn't. There was just some sort of Mercury retrograde technology issue.
I'm signed up for the emails, but I'm so busy, and I know I'm not going to be able to be there that I didn't do it.
Well, that's not a good attitude.
Sorry, man.
We've got Darren, our friend Darren, in the chat right now, and he says he thinks he might know Mark Kimmelin, the choreographer. Where, Darren, if you're still with us, where do you know him from, or where do you think you know him from? Have you looked him up now? I'd be interested to know what other work he's done. I'm somebody who every time I go and see a musical, I fucking love them, but I don't go out of my way to see them enough. Does that make sense? You guys have a pretty good theater district in Buffalo as well, don't you?
Oh, yeah. It's a big deal here for sure. Shea is the place. And that's one of the reasons I'm hoping that this is a touring production. I hope that it's that popular that they decide to tour this around. I mean, I have no problems going north to go and see it. But I mean, Shea's is just such a beautiful, beautiful place and such an iconic theater. It'd be cool to see it there. But yeah, the theater district is no joke here in Buffalo for sure.
Well, get this. Check this out. Darren has responded, and this is bonkers.
No.
Did he teach you to dance?
Was it like theater camp? Is what I want to know.
Oh, yeah. That's interesting. Darren, that is crazy town.
I love it.
Jeez. So there, that's the big news of the week. I hated to get a little bit critical there, but I think it was, warranted. Just we saw how well put together the Massey Hall show was. From tickets to execution that night, and just a lot of good stuff. Yeah. Anything else?
I've Googled Mark Kimmelman, and let's see.
Does it confirm that he went to camp with Darren?
That was actually the third line. Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah. Award-winning choreographer from Toronto, currently residing in New York City. Choreographed. I don't know if you've heard of Rent.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
The-
yeah.
the-
Just
yeah.
that.
Just
No
a little,
big deal.
yeah. Jagged Little Pill.
Okay. So he's done a jukebox before.
Yep. Broadway's A Bronx Tale. Jesus Christ Superstar. So he's okay.
Yeah.
He's done a couple things in theater.
He knows his way around. Yeah.
A little bit.
And if you need to know, he went to a Jewish camp in Huntsville.
Yeah. There you go.
But it was only for normal Jews.
The normal, yeah, only the
Normal
normal.
Jewish.
Darren, what does that even mean? Are you Jewish and abnormal? You're not welcome here.
You're not welcome.
Some other news that has has started creeping out, thanks to me releasing it and whatnot, is podList season. And I try to make the podList come out usually around the long weekend. And it looks like we're going to be able to do that once again. And that's going to be the 26th of May, which is a Monday. So there will be an interruption in what am I trying to say? There will be an interruption in the top 40.
Yes.
That's what I'm trying to say. So easy for me to say. I'm also multitasking at the same time. So I'm trying to get my little Chiron ready here. And for some reason, whenever I import them, it imports them upside down. So I have to export it, re-import it. And this is fucking riveting podcast.
I love that the word interruption was the hesitation there. That was what we got interrupted with.
And I'm over here just like clenching my fist, like just let him see if he can finish it. Just give him a minute.
Do it.
Bam! Yeah, podList 6, May 26th. Essentially, the way these things work is it's a podcast that is a playlist. And the playlist in this case is made up of your cover songs and my cover song. I did one. So various hip cover songs. But the caveat this year is that it has to be a song that finished from 169 to 41. So you can't do any of the top 40. There is a list. It's on the Facebook group, and we will supplement any social media posts going forward with that list as well. There's a link that you can click on to select your band name and your song and all that good stuff. And then I'll take all these songs after April 30th. I will take them and I will make a playlist out of them, put them in a neat order, and I'll do a little DJ set and we'll listen to these songs. And it's going to be fucking amazing because we've already got I think 5 or 6. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the promo for that just went up on episode 8. So it's only been out for 2 weeks and we've got 5 or 6 people already. So
yeah, those
are the early birds. Justin, you're going to do one, right?
I am actually. I might do 2.
What?
Well, so one of my friends from high school, we've kind of reconnected lately, and he's in a dad band. And I didn't know that. And I reached out to him when you announced the pod list, and I was like, hey, man, you want to do a song together? And he's like, I don't know the hip, but sure. That's cool. We had a band in high school. And and he's like, do you mind if I put you in my band? And I'm like, okay. So none of those guys know the Tragically Hip. They're a blues band.
Well, that works. So
they got this,
but with a harmonica player. So
ooh.
I'm excited to see what they come up with.
I'll tell you what, when I saw the hip at Roadside Attraction, the second one, I think, John Popper came on stage and jammed with them. I think it was for Fight. I think.
Oh my God.
That would make sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
That would be really sick.
And Aykroyd played several times with them, didn't he?
We've got the perfect person in the chat to tell us about this. It's Darren, who is the keeper of all the live Tragically Hip files. He is the keeper.
Yeah.
And maybe he knows. I might be full of shit with the John Popper thing too, but I vaguely remember that. I have a memory.
I read that.
Well,
I definitely read that.
They toured together.
Yeah.
They definitely toured together.
They definitely did tour together. So yeah.
So Sarah, will you plant the seeds for any of your musical friends to do one, or
yeah,
chance you as well? Like,
not me. That's not my wheelhouse. But I certainly have some friends that I've been marinating on asking them if they would be interested, especially now that I've turned on so many of my friends to the hip. I think it would be really fun to hear what they have to say, especially my featured artist last month who was talking about it and everything. I'm going to definitely reach out to him and be like, hey, what do you think? This would be fun for you.
Oh, that would be great. These things are a lot of fun. And like I said, this is the 6th one. Maybe what I should do is bump them back in the feed, like put them out in the next few weeks so that you guys can hear the ones that have already been released without having to dig into the feed.
Maybe just snippets of them, 30 seconds or something. Don't give away the farm.
Oh no, I mean the old ones.
The
old podlists.
All
right. Like bump them up from the feed, because
that way,
right
if
now
people are interested too, they have like, an idea of. Yeah.
Because some people really reimagine songs.
Oh my God. What our Discovering Downie one, those people are gifted.
Yeah.
Like
right?
there were a couple on there that were better than the Gord versions, I thought.
What? Oh.
Yeah. Somebody did Gone.
That's a bold statement.
No, listen though. But like somebody did Gone from the Grand Bounce album, and I'm like, yep, this does it. This does it for me.
Oh my God.
Listen, I like covers, man, and I think there's a lot of them out there that are better than the original. Like
that does happen.
There's like 5 Beatles covers that are way better than the Beatles versions.
This is a true statement. I would agree with that. Definitely. There are definitely covers that, yeah.
Okay, this is tangentially related to the Tragically Hip, but there is a Gord Downie version of the song Hallelujah.
Yes.
And Hallelujah is very often covered. Who's your favorite cover? Is it Jeff Buckley? Is that the definitive one for you guys? For me, it's Gord at this point.
Really?
But I always liked Rufus Wainwright as well.
Yeah.
Ooh, I need to refresh that one. I know I've heard the Rufus Wainwright one, but I mean Jeff Buckley. It's on my daughter's bedtime playlist, so it's hard for me to think of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitive, right? It feels definitive.
Yeah.
I mean, you know the movie I Am Sam?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right.
And that's all Beatles covers, and it's phenomenal. And there is a show out right now, and I don't remember the name of it, but it's current, and it's all Tom Petty covers. And it's like the whole show's soundtrack is Tom Petty covers. Yeah, it's freaking good too.
It's a series?
Yeah. God, what is it called? If you Google it, I'm sure you'll find it. But yeah, like Eddie Vedder did a version of Top of the World.
Well, I can get behind anything that Eddie Vedder does. So that's just, that's an unfair statement to say. Like, of course, that's going to be good.
Yeah. No, it's pretty phenomenal. Okay, another Beatles cover. Government Mule did She Said, She Said. And it's, 8 minutes long, and it's Warren Haynes doing his thing, but holy shit, it's good.
Well, because it's Warren Haynes doing his thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
So podlist 6, coming out of this, I am going to release podcasts 1 through 5 on the feed. Maybe I'll do that consecutive weeks or something like that, or maybe I'll just release them as a burst, just one big playlist or something. I don't know. I'll figure it out. If you've got an opinion and you're in the live stream, please talk to us. We'd love to hear what you think. And furthermore, are any of you in the live stream going to submit a song to the pod list? That's what I'd be very curious about.
So I said that I was going to do maybe 2, and
yes, and
he
you
doesn't
started
know.
your
He
story,
doesn't
and
know
then
it
we
yet, but
diverged.
I think I'm going to ask my cousin Matt to do it. He's a hell of a guitar player, and
Oh.
he's discovering the hip as we go. And he was always kind of a fringe fan, but like he had albums, but only listened to them once or twice and didn't really know.
Is this he's in the top 40 group, right?
Yeah. Yep. And he was super into the Discovering Downie podcast.
That's great.
I roped him into that one. So I think he's getting more into the hip because of your podcasts.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, but he can play a mean guitar, and I'd like to work with him on that.
Oh, dude. Do you have any idea of the songs that you would do?
So I gave a list of 9 songs to my buddy's band, and
is
he's
all
like
color coded and
yeah. I mean, there's actually a lot of. I was trying to think, if they're a blues band, I was trying to think, earlier hip. There's a lot of Road Apples on it, but there's also some other stuff that I'd like to hear their take on. Some newer stuff.
Man.
Yeah.
Man. Get them to do Man.
Oh, the song.
You give them like 3 songs from Up to Here, 3 songs from Road Apples, and then Man.
Yeah.
They'd be like, what the fuck is this?
Make this a blues song. Yeah.
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 Because the blues are still required.
So
you never miss a beat with those.
Oh, no way.
He never misses a beat with them. Even like when we're in our meetings and we're brainstorming, we're doing something, he just never misses a beat with the one-liners. I love it.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah. I don't know. I've been thinking a few real like 169 through 150. It's kind of where I'm landing with.
Oh no.
My selections. Yeah.
It's that broad.
It's that broad, man. Yeah.
There's so many good freaking songs. Right?
Well, like I know that Sarah, you had the same problem I did. Like your number 1 and number 2 were like in the 140s.
Eliminated right away.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like No Threat is one of my top 10 all time. It's just, I love that freaking song and nobody's ever heard it. It's a great song.
It is a great song.
Yeah.
I've got this playlist now of all the canonical Tragically Hip songs, and I listen to it. I put it on every day, and when I walk away, I turn it off, and then when I come back, I hit shuffle again. So it's always random, and I might hear the same song 3 times in one day, or I might not hear a song for a week. But for one reason or another, the other day, I heard No Threat 4 times in one day.
Oh, yeah.
It fucking kicks ass.
It was meant to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
You had to hear it.
I guess so.
It happens.
Have to catch up to Justin.
Hey, Craig.
Is that Craig or is that Ian?
I don't know. I don't know. High gift shop.
Or is it other Craig?
Yeah.
Or I don't know the other 2 remaining band members.
Other Craig. Well, Craig Rogers and I did a cover on the Discovering Downie podList. What did we do? Crater. We did Crater.
Oh, and that rocked.
Yeah.
Yeah, that really.
I don't know if my neighbors loved it. So I went out in the garage at 11:30 at night and belted that thing out, but and I did it like 6 times. Yeah.
Yeah, that was. And you nailed that vocal, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Maybe a little too much.
Such thing.
Sort of related. I'm going to get to go see Gift Shop. I booked a trip to Victoria and Vancouver, British Columbia just today. Yeah. It's for November, so it's a long ways away. But on November 22nd, I will be watching from Maple Ridge Casino Gift Shop, and I'm fucking amped about that.
Nice.
Well, they are the best cover band. And I'm not just saying it because it's Craig. They're the best cover band.
It's looking that way at this point to me as well. There's one on the West Coast, and I believe there's one in Kingston called Road Apples that are supposed to be very good. Never seen them. There's one on the West Coast or East Coast. I forget. Then there's the Strictly Hip.
Yeah.
And then gift shop. And I'm not ranking them. I'm just saying, like, I feel like going from east to west, that's, the cream of the crop.
I think
I didn't. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
I think I saw Strictly Hip at a show in Burlington, Vermont.
You did.
Here, and they
remember
were
you telling me.
freaking awesome. I mean,
yeah.
I'm not going to take anything away from them. They were awesome. And the almost tip that we had at the event in Toronto they were very good too. They know
that's what I was just going to say.
Yeah.
I've got friends asking me if they're going to play again this year at the event.
Very good. And you remember what Patrick Downie said?
Oh, I do. I told Sarah about it the other day, but let's not.
We just talked about this the other day.
Well, no, but like, at the beginning of the show, we were backstage and he's like, what's their name? And somebody said the almost hip. He goes, well, I almost feel bad for them. But by the end of the show, he's like, these guys are pretty good. So that's a pretty good vote of confidence, right?
For sure.
I think Gord Downie's brothers, for lack of a better term, tolerating, then.
For sure.
Well, and he stood there and listened to him for an hour. I mean, he got enough of a sample size,
Yeah.
Yeah. They're very good.
Even just stand there for any length of time says a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I don't know how that would make somebody feel. I don't know.
So we are still, speaking of the event, we haven't locked down a band at this point, but there will be a Tragically Hip cover band, and it will be a great Tragically Hip cover band. I assure you of that. We've started to get silent auction merchandise in.
Whoa.
And I've discussed briefly with somebody out west potentially doing some synergy with the online auction. As more details get locked down about that, I'll definitely expand on that because I'm very excited. But Hawksley Workman, who was on episode number 8, donated a autographed vinyl.
Nice.
One of his records. I thought that was wonderful of him.
Great episode.
Yeah,
really liked it. I don't normally
really like that episode. It's good.
Yeah. I love that idea of what did he say? Gord democratizes poetry for the rural.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that's fucking,
poetic in itself, right?
Well, that's what I said to you when we met earlier in the week, that there was so many things that he said that I actually rewound what he said because I wanted to rehear it to just like digest it and really comprehend what he had said, because I'd never heard the adjectives that he was using and just the stories and just all of it. Just a really good episode.
Now, have you taken some time to listen to any of his music at this point, Justin or Sarah?
I did.
No big deal if you haven't.
Yeah.
Not yet, but it's definitely in my playlist to listen to.
Yeah. I listened to an album plus a few other songs that day after the episode. I was like, all right, I'm doing it. And I mean, he's a hell of a musician.
That record, Delicious Wolves, he did everything.
Yeah.
Nice.
He might have had his piano player who he always tours with, who I'm forgetting his name right now. It's like Mr. something. But that's his piano player that plays with him a lot of places. But I'm pretty sure he did fucking everything on.
Yeah.
And Tonight We Were Delicious Wolves.
He's got some avant-garde action to him, and I'm not surprised that he's a Gord Downie fan, right? Like he's definitely got some stuff that's out there.
Yeah.
As Gord was, but I was into it. It was great.
Oh yeah, it makes me even more excited.
Yeah.
Listen, I have to fire it up tonight after this.
Yeah. Fire one up after this? What?
Well, that too.
Mr. Lonely, that's what it is. Thanks, Darren. Darren just chimed in, and it's Mr. Lonely. Thanks. My memory's getting better, guys.
Well, and his relationship with the song this week too, or last week, or whatever. But his relationship with the song in that episode was a really cool tie-in as well.
I thought so too.
Yeah,
and I remember hearing it from the Strombo list a few years ago, and it stuck out to me because it was a Phantom Power track, right? And I love that album. It brought back fond memories of hearing those covers. Again, talking about covers, years ago. It was great. Yeah.
I recommended the list of covers. No, sorry. A listener of the podcast reached out because she had heard the episode and wasn't aware of the Strombo 30.
Yeah.
And she went on the internet archive machine and just listened to the whole thing. Because I don't think you can find it right now on standard YouTube or whatever.
Yeah.
But at the one time, I was like, the one time talking to him about Emperor Penguin, I was like, I have to play your version of the song to end the episode. And he was like, yeah? And I was like, oh my gosh, it's so good.
Yeah.
May I have permission to do that? And he sort of chuckled. Yeah, of course. Right. And I'm going to go off on a little tangent here. If you're listening to this and you're a podcaster or you want to make a podcast, just fucking do it. Just do it. And if it's got music in it, put the music in it. The worst that's going to happen is you'll get a cease and desist. And at that point, you take the music out. But nobody's going to sue you off the top. I see so many comments on Reddit and whatnot about podcasters concerned about litigation. And I'm here to tell you that it's not something you have to worry about. And there are ways to do it legally as well. You can buy a SOCAN license and you do it that way. And that way the artists do get some money from it. I'm still too a one-man shop to be able to afford that, but that's my goal at some point to do that and support the hip in a bigger and better way. Anyway, that's my little rant off on the side.
I'm with you, man. And I have always followed Rick Beato, and he's gone to court and the Supreme Court over this stuff, and
he has?
Yeah. Oh yeah. And it's like the Eagles will sue you.
Of course they will.
Are the worst.
Of course they would.
And
the Eagles,
fuck them anyway.
They would.
Yeah, and fuck them forever anyway. I remember a Letterman episode where they wanted to use an Eagles thing, and these lawyers were on the side that they ran on to the stage don't friggin' play the Eagles. It's a $250,000 fine. Yeah. Why would you not want to spread the word about your music? And you've proven to Jake that we're selling copies of the music, right? from your podcast episodes.
I think so. I would like to think so.
The dumbest thing ever.
We're flying the flag. That's what we're doing.
Hey, and you got a nice shout out earlier in the week. So
that's a news item. Yeah.
Yes.
That was pretty cool, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That was so fun. I even told my kid, it was guys, the kids were like, that's so awesome, Mom. I was like, I know, I'm so happy for him. We're nerding out for you.
And I'll tell you what, since that occurred, just inside baseball, downloads doubled. The downloads 100% over last week.
Shit.
Love it.
Yeah, I was blown away. So I'm convinced this band is far bigger, and there are far more people interested in hearing about this band than know of the podcasts at this point. So if you're listening, kick it around if you know another hip band or two.
Well, listen, I keep being surprised about the people on my friends list that are at least aware of the hip and are liking the posts that I share. That I didn't know had any connection to the band at all. And I posted something about, when the band posts the podcast, things are going well. And there was 30 of my friends that liked it that they're actually fans. I didn't know that was going to happen. And it was a really cool surprise. Cause the Discovering Downie thing, that's very niche and it didn't quite catch on like we had hoped, I think. But there was a bunch of hip fans that definitely caught on, but the amount of closet hip fans that I've since discovered with this it's very cool. Keep it going, dude, and congrats on having Jake put that up. That's badass.
Yeah,
so badass.
Oh, stop.
Bask in it. Have a moment. Take your moment. Bask in it. Do it.
Right. Yeah, it's pretty cool. My daughter once said to me, and this is the coolest thing I've ever heard. She's wise beyond her years, but she was like, doesn't it blow your mind that your favorite band This is when we were talking about Pavement at one point. So there's Pavement and the Tragically Hip are my two favorite bands. And we were talking about Pavement, but the same goes with the Tragically Hip. And she was like, isn't it weird to think that your favorite band might be on stage one night playing a song and you might cross their mind? Like, it's technically feasible that you could cross their mind. Yeah. I was just like, what? That's the fucking coolest thing I've ever heard.
Wow. Nice.
You know? So
Yeah.
there's that.
Love it. Love it. Let's go back to what Darren said. He said that you can find the Strombo thing under the compilations.
Boom.
Yeah.
And we need to plug the archives just one more time. What a job. What a job you've done with that, Darren. Just amazing. And if you don't
Darren
know
knows how I feel about it. Oh, I love it.
I want to say the URL right now. I think it's thehiparchive.com. But Darren, you can throw that up in the chat and I'll put it up. So anybody here, and there are like 8 of us here right now. So that's kind of fun.
I've listened to all the Buffalo shows that are available on there. There's a few that don't. Yeah, I've gone through my list. There's some that didn't have audio, maybe like 5 or 6, maybe not that many, but I've listened to everything that is up there and available. So.
Yeah, I've listened to a few of the Burlington area shows, Vermont shows. The one that I wish was up was Bolton Valley 2000. So,
did you go to that one?
No, I lived 2 miles from there, and at 17 years old, had 2 tickets, and couldn't find anybody to go with me. So I friggin' dumped the tickets, and yeah, it's the dumbest thing I did.
Well, I'm sure there's dumber things.
It's up there.
I've known you for a while now.
It's up there. Yeah, you're not wrong.
I remember when you jumped into fucking Lake Ontario. That was not a great move.
Not knowing how to swim, by the way. Yeah. It's good.
I want to let everybody know here. This has just been decided like in the last 5 or 6 days. But there will be another Kingston video at the live event on October 4th. So details to come, but there will be something.
Awesome.
Back to Buffalo.
Thanks. What about Buffalo? My shows? Well, I need more shows.
You need more shows.
Somebody start recommending me more shows, please. I
know any of the Fillmore shows. Any of the Fillmore shows you find on there are going to be. I don't know why they brought it at the Fillmore. It's a legendary club. That might be part of it.
Yeah. The room.
Yeah. But they're fucking great shows.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I just love listening to live music anyways. That's just my jam is live music. And so as soon as I found the archive to listen to live hip, I was just like, oh my God. Oh, please get in my ear holes. And all the fun stuff that you find, like I have to have paper or my notes open like on my phone or something whenever I'm listening to a show, because there's always something that I need to write down because there'll be something in a jam that I'll go, oh my God, this is from wherever. So I'm always writing notes, which I love. So get to be as nerdy as possible.
Wow, look at that.
That, buddy.
Yeah, this is pretty great. Not all at once, please.
Everyone's so excited to see you.
What we should do, JD and Sarah, now that we're saying this, and I'm just saying it from the hip, as it were, when the top 40 is done, make a live track list of the top 40.
Ooh,
hey. Wow.
Or if you're feeling really ambitious, all 169. But
oh no, that won't happen.
Take years.
And I have started making a list, and I have made notes of stuff where I'm like, this version of this is, I really like.
Maybe we could do a poll or something like that.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
What's your favorite version of song X, number 8? It's been really hard not to tell people the songs. I'm gonna tell you. You know how when you watch the Oscars, that dude walks out with the suitcase handcuffed to him, like where he's got all the envelopes from the tabulation department or whatever it is. That's how I feel. I feel like I got this briefcase under my bed that's got this information that is vital to so many people, and I cannot share it other than weekly.
I have so the Vermont Motorsports Hall of Fame thing.
Yes, tell us about this.
I don't need to go off about it, but we're in the middle of our voting right now. Tomorrow's the final day, and I'm the gatekeeper, and I'm like foaming at the mouth because I've got all of the results right now, and I'm like, God, I have to wait 3 more weeks before we do the damn reveal. I'm just like, man. It's hard.
Dude, I tabulated the list on October 2nd.
Right. Yeah.
We've been at this since October 2nd, if you can believe it. That's
a full year, dude.
That's how this stuff works.
Yeah.
I'll tell you though, we've only got 9 episodes left to record. Something like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's amazing.
I have a big fat idea for episode number 40, which would be at the live event, which I'll share with you as the details come in. So, Pam O'Brien is chiming in here, and she says, great idea on the Hip Live Top 40. Pam, should we do that as like a poll, or should that be something that, maybe the membership group decides on, or, the top 40 group on Facebook, we limit it to them, or what? What do you think? Or is it just, me putting it together?
I mean, I would think opening it up to people to submit suggestions of songs, nobody's ever going to hear, except for Darren, nobody's ever going to hear every live track. So there's going to be stuff that you're not going to know that somebody else will. And, you'll end up with 3 or 4 versions of the same song, but it could be, you can pick out of that. Like my favorite version of Chagrin Falls is the one where Gord forgets the lyrics.
Remind me of this.
It's fucking amazing. He goes off. The band just plays the opening riff for like 4 minutes, and Gord quits the song twice. He's like, "No, I'm gonna do it." But he's asking the crowd for the lyrics because he literally forgets the song. And then at the end of the song, he goes, "Well, that's the first time I've ever used a telefucking prompter." And yeah, it's great. It's like 9 minutes long. It's awesome.
I love it. Send me the date of this, please.
Yeah, I'll find it. I'll send it to you.
Okay.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Anybody in the chat have anything that they want to discuss this week? If you do, throw it out to us. Jeff, we were mentioning you off the top of the podcast. I did a much better job introducing Justin today, I think. So there's that. And I'll respond to your email in full at some juncture, probably tomorrow. Okay, Pam has come back with a response, and she says, open it up. People will have their own faves. It's a great way to hear a version we might not have heard before or have known about, especially now with the archive kicking ass. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think that seals the deal, right? We let people submit them, and then will it be just the top 10 or the whole top 40?
Oh, Jesus. How hard do you want to work?
I mean, 40 is, it's a lot.
Playlist.
Because that could be 140,
Yeah, that's a lot. So just, I think probably the top 10.
I just want Pam's cat involved. That's all I care about. Tell me that cat's name is Little Bones, please.
Oh, wouldn't that be great? Oh, man.
So, guys, I'm sorry, but I got to get out of here.
That's cool. We're all going to bounce very soon. I'm just going to talk about what we're going to talk about next week, and then we'll bid adieu unless there's something in the chat that comes up. But thank you very much for joining us.
Love what you guys are doing.
It's fun hanging out.
All right. Yeah. Nice to finally meet you.
Yeah, you too.
All
Talk
right.
to you soon.
See you guys.
So I think that brings us to the end of the live stream today.
I think so. That's everything I've got on my notes here.
Yeah.
And or just remind people where they can get the episode early if they're wanting it.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, anybody who is part of membership gets the episode a full week early. They get it on the Friday. They get it 10 days early because they'll get it on the Friday, and the episode that they have got the previous Friday will come out on the Monday, if that makes any sense. But that's and here's the deal. You can do all you have to do is go to buymeacoffee.com/TTH Top 40. Buymeacoffee.com/TTH Top 40 and make a donation in any amount. You can do it as a one-time thing. You can do it as a monthly thing, whatever you choose. That's very cool. And at that point, you'll get on the mailing list. You'll get invites to join us around the round table. You'll get all that good stuff and more. So look into that, and you can find out more about that by taking a look at the social feed in the Facebook group. I suppose I should probably have some sort of landing page for that.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah. Thanks. I love that we combine our business meetings with the live stream.
Totally.
2 other things to mention. Next week on Friday is the first of 4 round tables discussing the first 10 songs that have been revealed on the top 40. So we'll get into a bit of a debate with that. And that's going to be a lot of fun. That is pretty much all I have to tell you, except for next week's theme. Okay. Next week's theme is going to be your favorite Gord Downie introductions to songs. One of my favorites is a neo-Nazi once came to my house and wanted to buy some pot. About a week later, he came back. His hair was a little shaggier, but he wanted more pot. Little Bones.
Oh, this is fantastic. I'm actually thinking about a section in my notebook that I have some written down, actually.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So start thinking about that, everybody. And that's what we're going to talk about next week when we reconvene here on YouTube for the live stream.
Awesome. See you then.
So, thanks so much, Sarah.
Always. Thank you.
Always. All right. Pick up your shit.
All you homeowners have unique needs. Some feel the need to paint their door a vibrant shade of blue. Others have the need to decorate their bathroom with fish, anchors, and other nautical items. And because each homeowner has unique needs, Geico helps you get the right coverage for your home and what's in it. That way, you get exactly what's right for you, even if your needs are unique. Get more with Geico.